Hi there, YouTube. Another installment of Horror by Marilyn, and I'm Marilyn. Today, we have Sleepaway Camp. Now, this was a suggestion by a friend because it is one of my favorites, and so I'm going to do it for you. Now, this film got 81% on Rotten Tomatoes and stars Felicia Rose as Angela. It's written and produced, by Robert Hitzik, and it came out November 18th, 1983. So we see a family in the beginning of the movie that gets into a boat accident when another boat hits the family. It's a father, two children, Angela and Peter, and the father's friend Lenny. So the boat capsizes, and then another boat comes at it and hits it, and then we see a body floating by with the life preserver all wrecked. So we can assume that something very bad happened, but we don't know what happened to the children. So 8 years later, Angela, shy and awkward girl, is being sent to camp with her cousin Ricky by her aunt, who's a weirdo. Her aunt's a weird one. And she's like, all like, oh no, that will not do. I tied a string around my finger to remember, see? Yeah, she's a weirdo. But it's clear that Angela's father and brother dying really affected her adversely because Angela won't talk and she won't participate when she's being sent to camp. So her and Ricky go to camp. When they go there, Angela won't eat. So she is sent to discuss this with the cook, who tries to actually molest Angela. When Ricky saves her, they both run out. And then later the cook is burnt by boiling water when the chair that he was standing on when he was making corn, a big pot of corn, was tipped over by a set of small hands. Now the camp owner says not to tell the children, and he deems it an accident. So these boys, Kenny and Mike, pick on Angela, asking why she's so effed up. And Ricky and his friend Paul stand up for her. Paul and Angela become friends. So suddenly, Kenny, one of the boys that was picking on Angela, drowns. And again, his death is deemed an accident. Paul and Angela take in a film together after Angela gets hit by water balloons by Billy and Mike. His kids named Billy and Mike. After Billy, one of the boys that was throwing the water balloons, is stung to death by bees while trapped in the bathroom stall, we can see a nest is thrown in the bathroom by the same set of small hands that shook the chair underneath the cook. So camp counselor Mel suspected that they may have a killer in the camp. Well, duh. But he was deeming it an accident. Now he's suspecting there's a killer in the camp. So Paul likes Angela, even though Angela's she's very strange, she's very awkward, but she's got this weird, even though she doesn't talk, she's got this weird hypnotic quality about her, just a stare of hers. You empathize with her pretty fast, and you empathize with her and sympathize with her pretty fast. But anyway, Paul likes Angela, so he gets her alone, and then he kisses her. But Angela pushes him away and runs. Now then there's this flashback where Angela and Peter were watching Angela's father and Lenny, his childhood friend, in bed together. So some reason Angela was thinking of this while Paul was kissing her. So this girl named Judy, who picks on Angela, makes fun of her and says she's got no hair down there and she's got no figure and everything, and she won't shower with the other girls. Well, she goes up to Paul and kisses him, She seduces him. And then Angela sees this and runs away upset. So she is later thrown in the water, and this really makes her freak out. She doesn't want to go in the water. And she doesn't like the water. Well, if my dad and brother were killed in a boat accident, I probably wouldn't like the water either. But Ricky saves Angela and then promises to get them back. After we see a girl stabbed in the shower, in the back in the shower, and it's long, stabbed down the shower. So Paul tries to apologize to Angela, and she says she'll meet him later. Now, there was a bunch of kids that were throwing sand at Angela after she was thrown in the water. A bunch of little kids. So they were camping outdoors. But then two of them asked to go back, asked the counselor to take them back. So he does. And then when he comes back, he sees the other children were all bloody and hacked up with his hatchet. Now, Judy, the mean girl that was picking on Angela and that kissed Paul, she gets it with a curling iron and a pillow. Has these same hands again, take a curling iron and shove it up where the sun doesn't shine and smother her with a pillow as she's screaming. So she gets it pretty good. At this point, everyone knows that there's a killer, and the camp counselor, Mel, thinks it's actually Ricky. So he beats the living crap out of Ricky, gives him a real hard beating, and then he later gets shot in the throat with an arrow. So we were thinking it was Ricky. I was suspecting it was Ricky, but now we know it's probably not. So Frank is searching for the missing campers. Angela and Paul are at the lake. Angela suggests that they take their clothes off. Suddenly not so shy. So Ronnie and Susie find Angela sitting and humming with Paul's head in her lap. She's stroking his hair and humming, just like a lullaby. Then all of a sudden, she jumps up holding Paul's severed head with one hand, and then there's a knife in the other hand, and we see full frontal nudity, and we see that Angela's a boy. And she's just standing there with the knife and with the head going, making these weird gurgling, growling sounds. So we see a flashback of the aunt talking to Angela's brother Peter, who was the actual survivor. The aunt is saying that she already has a boy, and so she raises Peter as Angela, which means angel. This film had a great ending. It was an incredible plot twist, and even though it was dated, you can tell it was made in the 80s by the hair and by the clothes. And even though it was a low-budget movie, it was good. I liked it. And I liked the other two parts of the movies too, the part 2 and part 3, but I'll get into them on another video. And so this one, like I said, I liked it. It was good. It was campy, but it was supposed to be campy. This one is getting 8 stars out of 10. 8 stars out of 10. It was a good movie, and I think you should go out and watch it. I like recommending this to people and seeing their reaction at the ending. So I'm sorry I gave away all the movie, but I did warn you there are spoilers. But I still think it's worth watching the movie. So you have yourselves a great one, and I'll talk to you later.